we can have a very healthy discussion. Thank you. A quick recap of yesterday, what all points you remember. Please type. Yes. You are all not able to type? Any point that you remember, any point that you liked, something that you're meditating upon? Please. Sense control. Acha, Brahman. One quality Brahman. First quality sense control. Okay. Anyone else? Learn it in Shastras. Then forgiving. Exactly. Sense control, learn in his Shastras, and forgiving. A Brahmana who cultivates these qualities becomes very powerful. We saw the strength of the Brahmana who wanted to marry the daughter of Gadi Maharaj. Okay. Anything else? Any other point that you all remember? I humbly request you all to participate because I don't remember anything from last class. Unless you all remind me, how will I remember? Yes. Brahmanas are very powerful in Vedic times. Even in modern times, they can be powerful, provided we follow the principles. They become powerful not because of the birth that they receive. They become powerful because of the principles that they follow. Very good. Anyone else? Who else can contribute? Kheer exchange ho gaya. So the mother-in-law of this Brahmana thought that, hey, husband cooks very nicely. He would have made something very nice for his wife. अपने पत्नी के लिए बहुत अच्छा बनाया होगा. So I will take what is meant for his wife and I will give what is meant for me to that particular. So it was not a curse exactly. It was a condition. A condition how that person will become powerful. King Gadi's son Vishwamitra. Okay. Jamadagni, not Vishwamitra. Gadi's grandson becomes Jamadagni. Vishwamitra is one of Gadi's sons. You are right. That's why it's called Gadi Naresh, Gadi Sutta. So Jamadagni is the grandson who was born of Gadi, and Parshuram is that fire Satriya quality that he had. That reason we saw because the exchange of kheer that led to the birth of Parshuram. That's why he got the point. All right, we'll start with prayers, and I humbly request you all to turn on videos. बहुत सारे videos off हैं. Please turn on videos. Yes, wherever you are, I don't mind whatever you're doing, but keep the video on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we'll continue our discussion after prayers. Om Ajnanatamidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhobhya Evacha Atitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum mangaiti girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Yes. Somebody can read this shloka. Translation, please. Hare Krishna. Is my voice audible? Is it very clear? Please read. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Satyavati later became the sacred river Kaushiki to purify the entire world, and her son Jamadagni married Renuka, the daughter of Renu. By the semen of Jamadagni, many sons headed by Vasuman were born from the womb of Renuka. The youngest of them was named Rama or Parshurama.
Okay. So we see there is one more personality who became river later on. You remember? In Mahabharata we hear about one of the personality who becomes a river. याद है आपको? नहीं? गंगा is a river only. गंगा पहले से river होती है. Amba. That's the right answer. Anjita Gurmataji got it right. Amba. So Amba wanted to marry Shalya first. And then later on, he said he rejected. He said, somehow Bhishma is one with me, so we belong to him. Then she comes back to Hastinapur and says, no, Bhishma has to accept me. Then, yeah, because he is the one who abducted me. He won me in a war. So Bhishma ko hi karna. Bhishma said, I am brahmachari. Ajivan brahmachari ka rat palan kiya maine. I will not marry. Then he said, I go to your guru and complain. She went to Parshuram. And Parshuram and Bhishma had a great fight. And Bhishma had an upper hand in the fight. And Parshuram said, I also cannot do anything. Then she curses Bhishma that in my next life, subsequent lives, I will be the cause for your death. So Amba, before becoming Shikundi, becomes Amba river. She becomes a river. Correct. So like this was one of the things. Abhi kaise nadi bandi, don't ask. Personalities are very powerful. In Vedic times, the people are very powerful. So Satyavati, she also becomes a river Kaushiki. River Kaushiki. And this Kaushiki is a very pure river. And her son Jamadagni married Renuka, the daughter of Renu. And Jamadagni had many, many sons. And the youngest son his name was Rama. His name was Ram. And later on, because he takes an axe, he becomes Parshuram. Okay, the Shaktavish avatar, Parshuram. Where did the river go? Please see in Google map. Hare Krishna. We will read this sloka. Yammahurvasudevamsham Haihayanam kulantakam Trisapta kritvoya imam Chakre Rikshatriyam mahi. Hare Krishna. So later on, Yam Ahur, that Rama, the final son or the youngest son of Jamadagni, Yam Ahur, Vasudeva Amsham. Who is Vasudev? Vasudev is Krishna. Vasudeva is Krishna's name. So Vasudeva Amsham. That means a plenary expansion or a portion of Vasudeva. So Parshuram is a plenary portion, Amsha. Yes, Shakti Avesha, or you can even call Amsha. Portion of Vasudeva. Yes. Haihayanam Kulantakam. Haihaya is a tribe, very powerful Kshatriya tribe is called as Haihaya. It's very famous. Haihaya tribe of Kshatriyas. So the leader of the Haihaya was a person called Kritavira. Kritavira was the leader. So Kritavira's son became Kartavira. And his Kritavira's son's name was Arjun. So his name became Kartavira Arjun. So Kritavira's son is Kartavira Arjun. At that point of time, when Parshuram had appeared, Jamadagni Rishi was there. That time, the Kshatriya, Haihayas were their leaders. And amongst the Haihayana naam Kulantakam, unko ant kar diya. He finished who? Rama. Three sapta kritvo ya imam. Three sapta. What is three? Three. Sanskrit 3 is English 3. Sapta is 7. 3 sevens are 21. So 3 sapta kritva nikshatriyanam. So 21 generations of Kshatriya, Nishatriya, 21 times he finished all the Kshatriyas Mahim throughout the entire world. In the whole earth, there were no Kshatriyas. He killed. Now one may ask a question. Prabhuji, but if you see there were some Kshatriyas like Dasharat Maharaj, etc., who also were prevalent. What is not clear? कुछ भी clear नहीं है.
It's okay. You can hear.
It's okay, Prabhuji, no issue. I think she is trying to say the point is not clear.
What point is not clear? That's what I'm trying to ask. How next generation? Okay. So one generation of Kshatriya is gone. How next generation comes? See, Kshatriya is not born out of birth by birth. They're born by qualities. Got it, no? And also when one generation of Kshatriya goes away, the second generation children they will not kill. That also another logic to understand. Suppose there's a generation of Kshatriyas, their kids will also be buried. उनको तब नहीं मारा, उनको बाद में मारा. So 21 generations like this he wiped out. Nikshatriyan. So there were no Kshatriyas for 21 generations, but there were some Kshatriyas. There were some Kshatriyas like Dasharatha Maharaj. Why? Because it is said that Parshuram is to never enter a Kshetra where marriage is going on. So any Kshatriya gets a WhatsApp message, Parshuram coming, Parshuram coming. Immediately is to come on, get married. किसी को भी चाहिए कि शादी कर देते थे. They used to get married immediately. Why? So that Parshuram doesn't come to the Kshetra. Samya? So Parshuram immediately will, if he says, oh, marriage is going on, okay, I will not go there. तो तुरंत शादी में Parshuram जी नहीं आते थे. So as soon as some WhatsApp group, some message comes, update. Arey, Parshuram is coming, Parshuram is coming. So Kshatriyas, Dasharatha Maharaj like that had 353 wives. 353 wives he had. 3 principal queens we know, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. They're principal queens, Patranis. But as such he had 353 wives. They were there. So he used to, as soon as Parshuram is coming, he used to sit in marriage. Parshuram never killed a Kshatriya who was in marriage. ये technique था बचने के लिए उनसे. So many Kshatriyas applied this technique. Prabhupada writes that people in Europe, the modern day Europe, are also those people who ran away. Kshatriyas who ran away from Parshuram's wrath. They went there. They went there and hid from Parshuram. So some of them went there. That is also something that Parshuram mentioned about when Parshuram Leela is being described. The Prabhupada he mentions this. Okay. Haihayanam kulantakam chakre nikshatriyam mahi. So he described the Kshatriyas completely. Somebody can read this? Okay, raised hands to read. Please, those who raise hands, allow them to read. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Learned scholars accept this Parashuram as the celebrated incarnation of Vasudeva who annihilated the dynasty of Kartavirya. Parashuram killed all the Kshatriyas on earth 21 times.
Very good. We discussed this, we'll move ahead. Why? One may ask why he killed the Kshatriya. ऐसे ही थोड़ी मार दिया. Kshatriya को सबको मार दिया उन्होंने. Why? There's some reason behind it. Is there some logic? Yes. That is something we'll see in the next shloka. Dittam Shatram Bhuve Bharam Abrahmanyam Maninashat Rajastamavrutam Ahan Falgunyapi Kritem Hasi. Okay. So now this shloka tells the meaning of why exactly he killed the Kshatriyas. Number 1. Dittam. The Kshatriyas have become very, very proud. They have become puffed up. They have become very arrogant. And when Kshatriya becomes proud, puffed up and arrogant, what is the immediate nature that Kshatriya has? He becomes Abrahmanyam. Abrahmanyam means independent of the Brahmanas. That is what the meaning of Abrahmanyam. Why these Brahmanas are required? Not required. I am the best. हम लोग रूल करते हैं. ये लोग क्या करते हैं? ये लोग हमारे दरवाजे के बाहर खड़े होकर भीख मांगते हैं और हम टुकड़े डालते हैं, ये लोग हमारे टुकड़े पे पलते हैं. This is the kind of mentality that a Kshatriya develops because of darpam. Yes. Another meaning, how Parshuram entered Lord Ram's marriage. He didn't enter marriage. He came after everything was over. Yes, after everything was over, they're peacefully heading towards Ayodhya. That time he comes. He doesn't come. Some serials they show. But that was again Swayamvar. Even some serials they show also. That was Swayamvar. That was not marriage. Yes. But there are many versions I hear. Some versions, there is nothing wrong. Some versions say he was going on the way to Ayodhya. That time he comes. Some versions say that he comes in the Swayamvar himself immediately. All are correct. There is no problem. That can be Kalpabhed also. Different Kalpas, different things. So the Kshatriyas movement to become proud. Dharthittam Shatram Abrahmanyam. They will forget the Brahmanas. They will neglect the Brahmanas. They will not take care of the Brahmanas. And another meaning of Abrahmanyam is, Abrahmanyam refers to the principle of not caring for Brahminical principles. Yes. Not caring for Brahminical principles. Now if you see Prahlad is a Kshatriya. But as soon as Prahlad's first quality is what? Brahmanyam Shila Sampannam Satyasambhojatendriyaha Atmavit Sarva Bhutanam Ekapriya Suttama. It starts with Brahmanyam. That means one who followed the Brahminical principles. So although one is a Kshatriya, the first thing that one has to follow is Brahminical principles. So the Kshatriyas Draptam Shatram, as soon as these Kshatriyas are Draptam, Darp se proud ho gaye, Abrahmanyam. As a result of becoming Abrahmanyam, number two, what they happen, Abrahmanyam has one more meaning. They become sinful. They start breaking the regulative principles. They start adding sin to the society. Instead of protecting society, they start polluting the society. That's what happens. So as a result, what they do? Bhuvo bharam. Bhuvo means earth and bharam means burden. They become a burden to the earth. Now, beginning of the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, we know before Krishna Lila, what happens? Before Krishna Lila, the earth, taking the form of a cow, with tears in the eyes, goes to visit. She's crying. What is her crying? She's crying, saying that I am burdened. What burden? Earth can carry even 1,000 times the population of what is there today, easily. And still supply, it is possible. If you properly manage the resources, it's possible. Earth is providing. Then what is that bharam? That bharam is what? That bharam is the burden of such kings. Ruthless kings who are undeserving kings, who rather than doing service to people are exploiting the people. They're exploiting the earth. Yes? Such kind of kings are the burden for the earth. So this burden of the earth has increased. Dvo bharam. Because they're abrahmanyam. Drittam shatram, abrahmanyam, dvo bharam. 3 words you have to remember. As a result of which, aninashat. Aninashat means what? Aninashat has 2 meanings. Aninashat means to either kill or get out. He drove them off. Kshatriya is one quality, that is Yuddhe chapi apalayanam. That means a Kshatriya will never ever run away from battle. But there are some Kshatriyas who ran away. Catching their dhotis, they ran away. Dhoti pakad ke bhag gaye. Dhoti ran away outside. So either he drove them away, or second thing that he did was he killed them. That is the meaning of aninayat. Kuch log bhag gaye, Europe mein jaake settle ho gaye. Prabhupada says that. And those who remained, they were killed. Or those who got married, they were spared. Chalega, koi baat like that. Rajos tamo vritam ahan. So all the Kshatriyas, one more thing that happened with them, they were covered over by Rajogun and Tamogun. Actually, Rajogun is needed. Rajogun is needed because Rajas means activity. Without Rajogun, you cannot do something productive. But Rajogun has to be guided by Sattvagun. The Rajogun is the powerful force of Kshatriya, but that should be guided by Brahmanas, Sattvagun. When Sattva guides the Rajogun, then it is a very, very beautiful situation. On the other hand, if the Rajogun is influenced by Tamoguna, then it will lead to destructive, it will not be contributing, it will be destructive force. So such Kshatriyas are like dictators, more or less. They dictate, they exploit the people, they loot the people, they torture the people, and Praja is not happy. That is not Ram Rajya. Yes, that is not Ram Rajya. So Tamo, Rajas, Vritam. So they were covered by Rajas and Tamas, Ahan. So that's the reason Ahan, he killed them. Falguni api krite amhasi. Yes. Falguni means Falguni means they committed a very small offense. Falguni api krite. Although they committed a small mistake, but amhasi was an offense he was taken very seriously. So although the offense was small, Parshuram actually punished them severely. Any example you see, in Shastras, little mistake, severe punishment was given, disproportionate punishment. I get the example of Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj, one brother was Uttama, was killed by one Yaksha. So he went to Yaksha's Alakapuri. And after going to Alakapuri, he wanted to wipe out the entire race of Yakshas. Why? Because they were hiding the Yaksha who killed my brother. Yes, so this is display of disproportionate punishment. And that is why he was stopped. Ambrish Maharaj, wonderful example. Amazing example. One loud Haribol for him. Haribol. Best example. Ambrish Maharaj क्या किए थे? बेचारा they had kept 1 year का व्रत एकादशी कल एकादशी हाँ एकादशी कल तो वैसे एकादशी का व्रत किया था उन्होंने 1 साल भर के लिए and after 1 year एकादशी व्रत was over he wanted to do paran so that his bhakti can grow in his whole country and he was about to do paran Durvasa Muni जानबूझकर was making it late he said मैं आऊंगा he was making late so Ambrish said if I don't break the fast I will lose the punya eating grains on Ekadashi is sinful. But not breaking fast of time on time will lead to not getting the vrat fulfilled. Vrat ko fulfill nahi hoga. But Ekadashi vrat will not be fulfilled. That's what happens when you don't break the fast on time. That's why Parana also is very important. So he was not able to do the Parana. So he asked the rishis. They were not able to give any idea. हमको मालूम नहीं थे रोटी हमको कुछ मालूम नहीं क्या करना चाहिए. Then Ambrish Maharaj himself suggested that can I take a little charnamrit? Just few drops of charnamrit water I can take. Can I do that? Then what will happen? Then I will be breaking the fast and not breaking the fast also. वो दोनों हो जाएगा. व्रत तोड़ना भी हो जाएगा, व्रत पालन करना भी हो जाएगा. Can I do this? Say okay, fine. Do it. They said yes, all right, you have our blessing. So under authority only did. After checking. But Durvasa Muni became very angry, wanted to kill Ambrish. This disproportionate punishment. Yaksha by Pandavas taking water from pond. This was not disproportionate, that was a condition. Where it was punishment? We put condition very clearly. पानी पीना तो मेरे क्वेश्चन आंसर करना है वरना पानी पियोगे मर जाओगे. He told very clearly conditions apply. You can't say that is disproportionate. That is reasonable only. Okay, we saw some examples. So Parshuram, in one sense, some acharyas say that he went quite overboard to finish all the Kshatriyas. इतना नहीं करना चाहिए था. They say it was very disproportionate. So Parshuram refers to Shaktiavesh avatar. Each Shaktiavesh avatar has a quality. The quality of Parshuram being Shaktiavesh avatar is called Dushta Damana Shakti. Dushta Damana Shakti means the prowess to suppress the dushtas, the cruel people, the ruthless people. Such people are killed and exterminated. That is called Dushta Damana Shakti. That is the Shaktiavesh avatar of Parshuram. Dushta Damana Shakti. So, Falguni api krite amhasi. Small offense, he gave thorough beatings. Nicely killed them. Yes. Can someone read? Yes, Chinmay.
Yes, Prabhuji. When the royal dynasty, being excessively proud because of their material modes of passion and ignorance, became irreligious and ceased to care for the laws enacted by the Brahmanas, Parashurama killed them. Although their offense was not very severe, he killed them to lessen the burden of the world.
Yes. Okay. Next look. Now this is a question by Parikshit Maharaj. Shri Raja Uvacha Kim Tadambho Bhagavato Rajanyer Ajitatmabhihi Kritam Yena Kulam Nashtam Kshatriyanam Avikshnataha. Lord, what are the questions? Suddenly he is interrupting the class and asking questions. He is asking, yes, Kim tad amha bhagavato? Hey Bhagavan, hey Shukadeva, Kim tad amha? What is that amha means offense? What is that offense? Rajanyel, those kings, those Kshatriyas who are ajitatmabhi. Definitely, those fellows are not controlling the senses. So those uncontrolled senses, the Kshatriyas with the uncontrolled senses, ajitatmabhi, Rajanyel, Kim tad amho? What kind of offense they committed? Yes. Shatram yena kulam nashtam. So much offense that Parshuram had to kill kulam nashtam. He had to destroy the entire Kshatriya kula. Kshatriyanam abhikshtasah. Not just once. Continuously he had to repeatedly annihilate the Kshatriyas. Itna aisa kya kar diya offense? So he is also very interested to know. Although Shukadeva Goswami gives hint. अरे छोटा सा ही गलती किया था. लेकिन सजा बहुत बुरी तरह भुगतना पड़ा. They got a small offense, but yet too they got repeatedly killed. So Parikshit Maharaj wants to know what is that offense. Because why? Because in his life also he had committed an offense. Remember? So he's relating to his life. अरे मैंने भी offense किया था. Of course, Parikshit Maharaj's offense was also not very severe. Had he put a live snake on Shamik Rishi's shoulders? He put a dead snake around Shamik Rishi. It was not such a big offense. And he also had got such a punishment only, that he will die within 7 days. So Parikshit Maharaj is completely relating to the situation. अरे मेरे साथ भी ऐसे हुआ है. अरे तो उन्होंने क्या किया था? I want to know. Because Parikshit Maharaj thoroughly he repents. We should see that section. We should read. If you want to learn the art of repentance, we should learn from Parikshit Maharaj how he repents. He says, let there be calamity, let my all punyas, let my kingdom, let my wealth, everything be destroyed right now for the offense I have committed. He becomes very aware and consciousness, very conscious. Such kind of repentance comes in the art of good soul, Prabhupada writes. And after that, what he says, let my family not suffer. Why should my family suffer? Let death come upon me. Let me die right now. So he invites. And by the time he reaches kingdom, an SMS comes. Parikshit Maharaj, we are very sorry to inform you that you are about to die in 7 days and 7 nights. And Parikshit becomes extremely happy. अरे कोई आपको बताएगा. In fact, to tell a patient, डॉक्टर साहब सच सच बताइए मेरे साथ क्या हुआ है, क्या हुआ मुझे बताइए डॉक्टर साहब. डॉक्टर साहब से आप थोड़ा लेके आप आपके रिश्तेदार से बात नहीं मुझसे कुछ मत छुपाइए. Like that people do drama. Parikshit Maharaj felt very happy. You should read that section. Parikshit feels very happy. He said, very good. And he immediately gives up hope and goes to on the banks of Ganga for taking shelter of the devotees and to purify his life. He doesn't say, ठीक है 7 दिन है ना, श्योर ना 7 दिन, ओके कंफर्म ना, ठीक है 6 दिन मजे करेंगे, लास्ट डे कुछ बैठ के भजन करेंगे. No, he started preparing right from that. How would you all chant Hare Krishna if you were told you had 7 days? आपको बताया गया है कि आपके पास 7 दिन बाकी है, आप लोग क्या करोगे? What will you all do? सोचो. Ask Max क्या है? सब छोड़ के वही करेंगे हम लोग. What Max? There is no question of Max. Max बचेगा नहीं. Yes, keep chanting. Same thing you will do, right? So Parikshit left everything and went. So he's also relating. अरे what offense? क्या है वो offense? मैंने भी छोटा गलती किया था, मेरे को भी ऐसे ही मिला. इन लोगों ने क्या किया था? I want to learn. I want to learn in principle. So he wanted to know details. All right. Translation. Can somebody make Chinmay the co-host?
King Parikshit inquired from Shukadev Goswami, what was the offense of the Kshatriyas who could not control their senses even before Lord Parshuram, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for which the Lord annihilated the Kshatriya dynasty again and again.
Very nice. There's a purport which talks about beauty, becoming beautiful. Only if you want to become beautiful. Those who are not raising hands, they're telling you are already beautiful. It is said, even the koyal is cuckoo. The cuckoo bird is also beautiful. Why? Because it has a very sweet voice. Although it's black, the cuckoo bird, because of sweet voice, is beautiful. Then a lady is beautiful not because of her looks, because of her chastity. The chastity she has towards her husband, that's the beauty of a girl. An ugly man becomes beautiful if he has knowledge. The knowledge, a person may be ugly, but if he has knowledge, he is very beautiful. The person becomes very beautiful. Similarly, Brahmana who has sense control, who has forgiving nature, and is learned in Shastras becomes beautiful. Similarly, Kshatriya, who is punishing the who gives justice. Yes, who go to him will definitely get justice. That Kshatriya is beautiful. Once what had happened, there was a king who was going back. He was going back to his home. So that time there was a cow who was white colored cow who was coming and not letting the king go. She was blocking the way. So the people were trying to show the cow. Shoo, Raja ko jaane do. Raja said no. She is also my praja. I want to know what happened to her. Then the cow was crying tears. And then the people, they told that actually your prince, right? Although he didn't accidentally, deliberately, whatever, he killed the calf of the cow. He trampled over the calf and went. So king said, all right, I'm Nyayaparayan. Cow is also my praja. So get my prince and we'll have one cart run over him. And they were preparing to run over the cart and the prince. That time the cow comes and stops. It's a true story that happened. Cow is crying, no, don't do it. The cow stops, so for the cow's sake, the king pardons his son. But the point here, what we are trying to say, is such a Nyayaparayan Raja is considered to be very good. That Nyayaparayan Raja also becomes very beautiful. The Raja becomes beautiful when he is giving justice. He will punish the offenders. Those who have made mistake, punish them. Give them chastisement. So that's he becomes beautiful. A Vaishya becomes beautiful when he has a lot of money. Vaishya means wealth. Not just wealth, also when he protects the cows. And he was Krishi Goraksha Vanijjam, nicely cultivating grains. When the Vaishya is very nicely taking care of cows, and when the Vaishya is very nicely doing business and getting money, the Vaishya is becoming beautiful. When does a Shudra become beautiful? A Shudra becomes beautiful when he very faithfully serves the master. Because his duty is paricharya, to serve the other classes. So when faithfully does the duty, the Shudra becomes beautiful. When does a Vaishnava becomes beautiful? Vaishnava becomes beautiful when the Vaishnava follows Vaishnava etiquette and practices Bhakti. Okay? That is when a Vaishnava becomes very beautiful. So this is the art of becoming beautiful. Not by applying whatever Fair and Lovely and shampoo, chemicals wala shampoo. वो सब बहन के नहीं होता. Beauty is not with all these things. Beauty is by wonderful qualities. So more than Rupavan or Rupavati, become Gunavan and Gunavati. The real beauty is in the qualities, not in the physical appearance. That this body beauty is going to go 100% sure. जैसे भी है, however it is, it's going to go surely. Brahmachari sadhus too, we take off. Hair Lavanam Kesha Dharanam. The beauty is in the hair. Take it off, finished. Where is the beauty left? No more attachment to the body. Nowadays, I see people, especially the boys, they make such nice stylish body. Usko shape dete hain. There is a shampoo for beard. There is a gel that is coming for beard. So this generation is maintaining beard nicely. Huh? Now oil for beard. Thank you. We have one here. No, youth is there, not body. So like that for beard, this has become the trend. Everyone wants to keep body. They don't want to be sages. Sages means who has daddy. Means sages. Now people want to keep daddy. That is the thing. That's the trending youth. Alright, we'll go ahead. So how to look beautiful we share. Shri Bhadarayani Ruvacha Hayyanam Adipattir Arjunah Kshatriyarshadhihi Dattam Narayanam Shamsham Aradhya Parikarmabhihi Bahundasha Shatam Lebhe Durdharsatvam Aratishu Avyahatendriyauja Shri Tejaf Vireshobhalam Yogeshvaratamashwaryam Guna Yatrani Madayah Chachara Vyagata Gatir Lokeshu Pavanu Yatha. Okay, so let's read this. Shri Bhadarayani Duvacha. Shukadeva Goswami says, Haihayana Adipati. So the Adipati or the king of the Hayas, Haihaya, the dynasty, his name was Arjunaha Kshatriyarshava. Best of the Kshatriyarshava. Rishabh means best. Krishna calls Arjuna as Bharatarshabha. You heard his name Bharatarshabha? Means the best of Bharatas. Yes, Bharatarshabha. So Kshatriya Rishabha means best of Kshatriyas. So best of Kshatriyas. In fact, the best Kshatriya award went to Kartavira Arjuna. He's called Arjuna here. Kartavira Arjuna. So that Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra is Bharata Rishabha, and Kshatriya Rishabha is Kartavira Arjuna. This Arjuna. Dattam Narayanamsham. So Amsham. So what he had done, Arjun, Dattam. Who is Dattam? Dattam is very famous in Maharashtra. Datta. Yes, Datta. Ansaya Putra. Datta. So Datta Narayana Amsham. So Parshuram is Narayana Amsham, Vasudeva Amsham. But Dattatreya is Narayana Amsham. Correct. He is not Amsham. It is Amsham. What is the difference between Amsham and Amsham? Amsham is like hand. Amsham is like a finger. Got it? But that is also Purna. Finger is also Purna only, na? Om Purna Madaha Purna Midam Purnat Purna Mudachyate. Everything is complete. So Krishna is complete. His avatars are complete. His parts, Amsha is complete. His Amsha is also complete. Everything is complete when it comes to Krishna. Right? Everything is complete. So Dattam Narayana Amsham Aradhya. He worshipped Dattatreya. And charge हो रहा है. चलो हरे कृष्ण. You one must have by now understood what happened. So I don't owe you any explanation. Those who come regularly from my class, they know what happened. सबको पता है क्या हो गया. Okay, where were we? That you heard. What they heard will be different.
Narayana Amsham.
Narayana Amsham. So that was clear. Okay. Thank you. I'll spotlight myself for everyone. So Narayana Amsham. What did he do? Aradhya Parikarmabhihi. Parikarmabhihi means as per full regulatory principles, properly, nicely. कर्मों को अर्पण करते करते जो है उन्होंने उनकी आराधना की. जैसे उनको उन्होंने आराधना की, वर्शिप, देन व्हाट हैपेंड? bahun dasashatam lebe, bahun dasashatam lebe. He got dasha means 10, shatam means 100, 1,000 hands. Bahun dasashatam. He got 1,000 hands. Will you like a person with 4 hands? There's a person with 4 hands. You like to go near that person? नारायण है तो चलेगा, बट फिर भी 4 हाथ वालों के साथ पास में जाएंगे. 6 हाथ, 8 हाथ, we will become scared or will not feel like going near. Somebody has 2 heads, yeah, like that. We will not feel like going near them. It's very disturbing. But Kartavira Arjuna, even after having 1,000 hands, retained his beauty. That's the beauty. The beauty is, despite so many hands, he was not looking abnormal. He was still beautiful. Even Brahma has 4 heads. Now a person has 4 heads, he will look very ugly. Doesn't look good. Four heads. What is this? But Brahma, even with 4 heads, looks beautiful. He was very beautiful. Yes. One of the names of Kartikeya is what? Sarvanan. So we start Sarvanan Prabhu. Comes. He's here. Sarvanan Prabhu. Sarvanan means Sarva Disha mein Anand. 6 heads he has. All 6 directions he has heads. So it's called Sarva Anand. Anand means space. Shadanan. Sad Anand, correct. Okay. Shad Anand means 6 heads, or Sarva Anand means all direction is there. Sarva Anand. So Bahudasha Shatam Lebe. He got 1,000 hands and Durdharshvatam Aratishu. So Durdharshatyam. He became very difficult to defeat. उसको कोई दूरदर्शत्वम. So Duryodhan, पता है ना वैसे ही. Duryodhan means he chooses the wrong युद्ध. It's called Duryodhan. So दूरदर्शत्वम means उसके साथ पंगा ले गए तो गलत करेंगे वैसा. But you cannot take pangas with him. It's very difficult to consent. And Aratishu, among the enemies. You cannot. Again, Anvyahata. Anvyahata means उसको कोई हत्या नहीं कर सकता easily. So from so many directions he is told that enemies cannot defeat him so easily and cannot kill him so easily also. That's what is his power. Avyahatendra. Avyahatendriya jau Shri. So as a result of it, what happened? Avyahata, he was undefeatable. This was one quality. So he got 1,000 hands. He got quality of being invincible, practically. Cannot be beaten, cannot be killed also so easily. And Indriyaha Ojaha. His senses became very strong. Shri, he became very beautiful also. Tejaha, he could have lot of influence. Veya, he had great power. He could beat up anyone. He could defeat anyone. Yashaha, he became very famous. Wo hazar haath wala raja, like that he became very famous. Balam, even his body was very strong. Yogi Ishwarattam. So he got the 8-fold mystic yoga practices. So whatever one practice and gets that Ashtanga Siddhina, he got all the Ashtasiddhis he got. Aishwaryam, his opulences, wealth, everything increased. Guna, he also got good qualities. He got good qualities. Yes. Yatra animadyat chachara. Chachara avyagataha gatihi. Avyagataha gati means, now we run. We run, suppose say 100 meters. After that, what you will do? We'll start panting. We'll get tired. Avyagata gati means he will never get tired in anything. कुछ भी करो थकेगा नहीं. Amazing power. You will not feel tired. मतलब क्लास घूमते जाओ थकेंगे नहीं, क्लास सुनते जाओ थकेंगे नहीं. Wish we had this सिद्धि ना, हमारी भी ऐसी सिद्धि होती थी. तो अव्याहत गति, he cannot get tired. And लोकेषु पवन यथा, he used to travel just like wind is everywhere. Wind could move anywhere. Wind can move. He could move anywhere in his territory. He was already the king of the world and he could move anywhere. So many things are mentioned, but one most important thing is not mentioned. What is that? Bhakti nahi hai. So bhakti nahi hai. Bhakti nahi hai. So he did not worship Dattatreya for bhakti. He worshipped Dattatreya for mysticism. And because he did not have bhakti, all these good qualities become, we know he's already killed. Parshuram पहले ही बता दिया कि Parshuram killed the king of Hawaii. इसका मतलब इतना सब कुछ होने के बाद, इतना he had done meditation and got so many powers. What a waste of talent! What a waste of talent. Even Karna was like that. Karna was very talented, but he was in the wrong side. Krishna went to him. Krishna went to Karna and told Karna, bhaiya, come this side. You will become the Chakravarti Samrat. Duryodhan is your friend. He will never attack you. As a result, there won't be any war. सब ठीक हो जाएगा. बस इधर आ जाओ. अरे मैं अपने दोस्त को धोखा कैसे दे सकता हूँ? दुर्योधन ने मुझे नमक दिए खिलाया था. अरे नमक उसको मैंने दिया था. कृष्णा से उसको नमक मैंने दिया था भाई. वो asking दुर्योधन का नमक दो. उसको मैंने ही डाला नमक. नहीं मैं कैसे कर सकता हूँ? As a result of that wrong usage of talent got wasted. All the people on Kaurava side, misuse of talent. Ravana, a sheer misuse of talent. So that is our Krishna consciousness movement. There are so many talented people out there. They are all wasting their talent by not using it in Krishna service. Some waste ho raha ho. So devotee has to intelligently break them Krishna conscious and engage their talents in Krishna's service so that Krishna's glories can get propagated in a bigger manner. So that is the endeavor of devotee has to do. Correct? So इतना सब कुछ था कार्तिक अर्जुन के पास, but he got destroyed because when one is not a devotee, then all the talents that one possesses is like a golden crown, a golden heavy crown, bedded with all the diamonds, rupees, pearls, emeralds, lapis lazulis on a drowning man. एक ही डूब रहा है, उसके ऊपर you put this heavy crown, what will happen? और जल्दी डूब जाएगा. वो व्यक्ति और जल्दी डूब जाएगा. So that's what happens when a person is that those talents, if one is not a devotee, those talents will help one to drown faster. On the other hand, when the same talents are engaged in Krishna's service, it has value. All the talents accolades, they are all like zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, strings of zeros. But when one, Krishna is that one, you put the one before the zeros, then that string of zero has value. So without that one, without the Krishna, the string of zeros cannot have any value. Yes. So that is very important. Translation.
Shukadev Goswami said, the best of Kshatriyas, Kartavirya Arjuna, the king of Haihayas, received 1,000 arms by worshipping Dattatreya, the plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana. He also became undefeatable by enemies and received unobstructed sensory power, beauty, influence, strength, fame, and the mystic power by which to achieve all the perfection of yoga, such as anima and laghima. Thus, having become fully opulent, he roamed all over the universe without opposition, just like wind.
स्त्रीरत्नेरावृत क्रीडन् रेवाम्भसी मदोत्कटः विजयान्तीं सृजं बिभ्रात् रुरोध सरितं भुजैः. Hare Krishna. Automatically when one's talents, accolades and all this thing increases, what one wants to do? One wants to impress, especially impress the opposite sex. Yes, using all those talents, one wants to impress the opposite sex. That's what he does. Sriratne. Sriratne means all beautiful women. Avritaha. You are surrounded by all the beautiful ladies. Sriratne Avritaha and Kridan. He was playing with them. Khel raha tha. Kidhar? Where he was playing? Revambasi. Revambasi is the river of Narmada. Narmada river is called Reva. So Reva Ambasi, the waters of Narmada, there he was playing Jal Krida. They used to throw water on him. He with his 1,000 hands used to throw water on them. How so strong, so nice. As a karke those to appreciate him. Yes, so that appreciation he was hearing. And that fellow was getting more intoxicated. Mada Utkataha. Mada Utkataha means his pride kept increasing in that association. And in this world, if you already have enough of pride, people around you who want your association, what they will do, they'll keep appreciating you. And they'll keep increasing and puffing your pride. हवा भरते हैं ना, वैसे they'll keep inflating your pride. और एक बार क्या होता है ना, करके फटेगा ना. You can't keep inflating. At one point of time, balloon, ball, football, volleyball, कुछ भी हो, फट करके फटेगा. So that's what they did. They kept filling and inflating his ego, inflating his pride. So we should never be with people who inflate our ego. They were all just wanting his company, nothing else. Same Karthi Arjuna, if he had no power, nobody will be with him. This Sri Ratnam, zoop karke will disappear. Everyone will be gone. So they are with him only for the kind of pleasure that they are receiving from his company, because he is very strong. Yes. Madhotkata. His pride and arrogance was increasing like anything. They were all increasing. Actually, the glorification of what people have is, I'll tell you. Once what happened? There was a marriage. There was a marriage of camel. You heard the story? एक ऊंट का शादी था. So camel was getting married to she camel. Camel तो camel से शादी करेगा ना, थोड़ी किसी और से शादी करेगा. So camel and she camel was getting married. So all animals had come. So गधा आ गया फिर. गधा भी आ गया शादी में. So गधा से मैं थोड़ा गाना चाहता हूँ. गाओ प्लीज माइक मुझे दे दो. Camel से जरूर मेरे दोस्त तुम गा सकते हो. So गधा, he sang a beautiful bhajan glorifying the beauty of the camel. Yes, gada was, the donkey was glorifying beauty of the camel. And the refrain was aho rupam aho rupam. So after every line you say aho rupam aho rupam. अरे क्या रूप है भाई इसका? अरे what a neck! क्या रूप है? aho rupam aho rupam. And after that camel took the bike and said aho dhwani aho dhwani. What a sound! What a sound! गधे की आवाज means the most irritating sound ever in the creation is गधे का sound. So now this is what is glorification in this material. एक दूसरे का गुणगान करते हैं तो क्या है? अहो रूपम या अहो ध्वनि. अहो रूपम अहो ध्वनि. So this rupa is glorifying. Is it worth glorifying? Camel's form? No. And donkey's voice? Absolutely no. So this glorification in this world is aho rupam aho ध्वनि glorification. So I feel like laughing when I hear glorification. Recently I had gone to a program. So there was one person who took the mic and he was glorifying all the people in the forum, in the assembly. एक को glorify कर रहे थे. So that was like aho rupam. And indeed one person came and glorified this person for making a nice poetry. So aho dhwani, that's what. So the whole glorification in this world without Krishna, without proper values is aho rupam aho dhwani. Whatever awards one receives. Have you seen sometimes people they keep a showcase, behind the showcase they show all certifications, awards. Suppose देखो मेरा photo with the prime minister, photo with the president, photo with this CEO, ऐसा करके photos दिखाते हैं. What is that? Aho rupam. And a person who glorifies that aho rupam is aho dhwani. So let us not become donkeys to glorify those camels. Shva vid hoshtra स्व विडवरह होष्ट्रकरी संस्तुत पुरुष पशु नयत कर्ण परोपेतो जहतु नाम गदाग्रज. It is only donkeys who glorify camels, dogs, asses, and pigs. There's a lecture of my spiritual master. I was seeing the archive of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. I was very excited to hear what is that lecture. Dogs, hogs, camels, asses. That's a shloka from Bhagavatam. Shva vidvaraha ushtraha kharaihi. Samstuta purusha pashu. So those who glorify others who do not have qualities of bhakti are compared to dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. That was a very heavy lecture which I heard from my spiritual master. Baapre. So be very careful whom we glorify. And he becomes aho rupam and you become aho dhwani donkey. ये कभी कोई भूलेगा नहीं, करेक्ट? भूलेंगे नहीं भूलेंगे. Yes, that's what they were all doing. Aho rupam, and aho dhwani, nature is telling. So Vaijayantim Srijam Bibrat. Oh, they had decorated him with garland of victory. Vaijayanti Mala means the garland of victory. So when a woman puts garland around a man, what it means? Aap mere swami. Yes, that is what is putting garland around me. So Vaijayantim Srijam Bibrat. So they decorated him very nicely with a garland. And he wanted to impress them more. Oh, you're glorifying my power. I'll show you who I am. So what he did, with his 1,000 hands, he blocked the water of Narmada river. He blocked it. That much power he had. He blocked the river. हम लोग पानी में बह जाते हैं. Whenever we take yatra, we are very afraid. I river bath, मैं बोलता हूँ, be careful, no river bath. क्यों? Because you tell people, if you don't know swimming, be careful. If you know swimming, be more careful. जो तैरता जानता है वही जो डूबता है. You have to tell, you are very careful. अरे, be careful. You are stopping the river only. Stop the river current. Translation.
Once, while enjoying in the water of the river Narmada, the puffed-up Kartavira Arjuna, surrounded by beautiful women and garlanded with a garland of victory, stopped the flow of the water with his arms.
Should we take one more shloka? Because what happened as a result of that also is important. No? Very suspense. What to do? Continue or question answers? बताइए. Check. Continue. 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 तथास्तु तथास्तु तथास्तु. 3 मिल गया. चलो. We'll go ahead. Yes. विप्लावितं स्वशिवरं प्रतिश्रोत सरिज्जलैः नाम श्रियत तस्य तद्वीर्यं वीरमाने दशाननाः. अभी दशानन सुन के एक चीज याद आया आपको. दशानन कौन है? रावण. So this is connected to Dashanan. What happened? Viplavatam Shiviram. So because he blocked the river, abhi river if it gets blocked, what will happen? The water will get inundated the other side, correct? दूसरी side inundate हो जाएगी. So there he was there. Dashanana Shiviram. Shivir was there. Ravana Shivir. So Ravan what he used to do? Ravan wanted to go on a Vijay Yatra. He used to go to different places and conquer. So he had set up his camp tent near the bank of Narmada. He was waiting there. So his camp was there that time. So Pratisrotaha Sarijjalai. So the water took the opposite direction. Because he blocked, the water took the opposite direction. Pratisrotaha, ulta direction. Sarijjalai, the water. And Namasha Tasya Tadviryam. By the influence, Na Amarshat, could not be tolerated. Tasya Tadviryam, the power of Kartikeya Arjuna. And Veeramani Dashanana. Veeramani means Veeramani, जो अपने आप को वीर मानता है. ऐसा दशानन रावण जो है उसका कैंप डूब गया. And his camp full water came about. वो दूसरों पर विजय प्राप्त करना चाहता था. Very proudly was sitting there. So this is how Krishna works. Krishna what he does? Krishna very intelligently brings two demons together. तुम करो इसका, इसको purify करो, तुम इसको करो. So like that Krishna will bring two demons and nicely purify each other. तो यहाँ पे दो राक्षस है, कार्तिकेय अर्जुन और दूसरा रावण. Both are here. And Veeramani, so this is best. Ravana actually people overestimating too much. बस अभी देखो क्या होता है उसका हाल. You know which city was Ravana stay in? Which city he was staying in? Now this name everybody will know. If I tell this name, you will all have a smile on your face. Which city was Ravana camping on? You all know the name. He'll tell you Bahubali. बताओ city का नाम बताओ. Mahishmati. Some लोग smile on everyone's face. Yes. So he was camping on the city. That city is called Mahishmati. So from here only those fellows took the name Mahishmati. So he was camping on Mahishmati, which is on the bank of Narmada, and that place got पूरा वो जो है जल ले लिया उसको. और दिग्विजय विजय यात्रा पर पानी फेर गया. That's another lesson. रावण के दिग्विजय विजय यात्रा पर पानी फेर गया. हरे कृष्ण. Now we see what happens. Next one more verse. मजा आएगा इसमें. रावण का चटनी बनेगा. देखते हैं. You will understand who Ram. गृहीतो लीलया स्त्रीणां समक्षं कृतकिल्बिषः माहिष्मत्यां सन्निरूढो मुक्तो येनो कपिर्यथा. Yes. Strinam Samaksham. So Strinam Samaksham means in front of all the women who were there. Strinam Samaksham. Krita Kilbishah. Ravan went and offended. Hey Kartikeya Arjun, what nonsense are you doing, man? तुमने मेरा camp डुबा दिया. So Kritan Kilbishah. Mahishmatyam Sannirudo. So he was there in Mahishmati, right? So what did Kartikeya Arjun do? Leela, he played with him. ऐसे करके करते गृहीत. He caught him. He caught him just as a person catches a monkey. एक बंदर को पकड़ते और खेलते हैं ना उसके साथ. Like that he caught and played with her. उसको अच्छे से मजा चखाया. Mahishmatyam Sanrudo, and he arrested him and put him in the prison of Mahishmati. Put him there. And then थोड़ी देर के बाद, hey, चल, जा, निकल यहाँ से, जाओ. And मुक्तो ये ना कपूर. This is even more insulting. See, you speak something and offend an opponent is insulting. You beat an opponent, more insulting. If you capture an opponent is even more insulting. The most insulting is if you capture and then third of that, hey, तू मेरे बंदी गृह में भी रहने का लायक नहीं. You're not fit to even stay in my kingdom. Get out. You're not fit to stay in my jail also. But this jail is for more important people than you. ऐसे करके उसको निकाल दिया बंदर की तरह. It is a play. कभी-कभी बंदर को पकड़ते हैं छोड़ देते हैं. In Vrindavan they used to play this. So ऐसे बंदर को पकड़ा था कपी. कपी means monkey. Like monkey played with him and then after that, hey, चल, निकल यहाँ से. चल. Like that he left him. My God, how he insulted. So you can understand how powerful Ravan was. Ravan bore the mark of Vajra of Indra on his chest. That mark was there. Ravan wore the Sudarshan mark of Vishnu. Sudarshan had cut his chest, but nothing happened to Ravan. So powerful he was. उसको बंदर की तरह जेल में थोड़ी देर लॉक करके थोड़ी देर नचा के जा छोड़ दिया. So how powerful must be Kartikeya Arjun? I just imagine. All right, we have exceeded the talk time. We'll pause here and we'll continue on Tuesday. Exciting? Right? Please do mention your comments in the chat and also in the comment section on YouTube so that we get to know how to serve you nicely. So this chapter has more shlokas. We only completed 50%. Bechara Ravana, Bechara. Kya Bechara? He deserved much worse. हर कोई उसको पीट देता है. Yes, हर कोई पीटा था उसको. Ravan lost to many people. He lost to Bali Maharaj. He lost to Yamraj. He lost to Kartikeya Arjuna. Vali. He lost to Vali also. So that fellow, he never won anything actually. He lost to Indra also. His son came and made him victorious. Indra Singh हार गया था. When Meghnad comes and he rescues him. And he becomes Indrajit. My God. So, people think he is Veeramani. That's what. So Ravan represents the living entity in this world. Lusty and thinks himself great. I don't know what Veeru. I'm so powerful. Veeramani. So we should never think like that. Okay. So thank you very much for coming and making the forum very lively. Thanks to all of you. I guess many of them don't know these classes have started. So I think we should send out some good communication and there will be many more devotees who would be interested to join. If Parshuram killed the arrogant kings, why was Dasarath afraid? Maharaj Dasarath was good king. See, that's what Parshuram ji was in full fire. जब जोश में होता है क्षत्रिय मतलब क्षत्रिय, we kill. That's why better to play safe, so he married. Parshuram ji's Murti temple, we have to find out. Now there's a question about worshipping Parshuram ji. We have to find out if he's there or not. Ahobilam as a lake, that is there. But Parshuram deity is there, we have to check. You have to check. He's Saktavesh, but he's Saktavesh Murti. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada.